Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. 1923 Season 2 just subtly hinted at Taylor Sheridan's upcoming movie and his 1883 cameo character. The Yellowstone spin-off 1923 made a reference to one of the characters Taylor Sheridan played in 1883 and one of his upcoming projects. Taylor Sheridan has played 4 characters in his own shows and movies, but they're usually relegated to small parts in the background. Aside from Travis Wheatley, who had a major role in Yellowstone Season 5, Part 2, Sheridan's characters have appeared in a combined total of 5 episodes of his shows, and 1 minute of Hell or High Water. One of those characters, however, was just referenced in the premiere of 1923 Season 2. Along with one of Sheridan's upcoming projects. Taylor Sheridan has a huge assortment of upcoming projects. From new Yellowstone shows like the Beth Dutton and Rip Wheeler spinoff to new seasons of existing series like Mayor of Kingstown Season 4, the writer will be quite busy for some time. Even with all of his Yellowstone-related shows on the way, however, Sheridan chose to reference a completely different project in 1923. That project is the only one that could be a movie, the only one based on historical fact instead of fiction, and one of the few that didn't seem to be connected to Yellowstone at all. In the premiere of 1923 Season 2, Tana Rainwater, Amina Neves, and Pete Plentyclouds, Jeremy Ghana, were interrupted by a roaming cowboy. The cowboy mentioned that Mr. Goodnight owned the land they were on, and that name has a deeper connection to Sheridan and his writing. Taylor Sheridan played Charles Goodnight in 1883, who is the same historical figure who owned the ranch Tina and Pete wandered onto in 1923. Goodnight was a legendary frontiersman who pioneered several trails and invented the chuckwagon, and he also founded and ran the J Ranch in the Palo Duro Canyon in Texas, which is presumably the one featured in 1923. Charles Goodnight wasn't the only historical figure the cowboy mentioned in 1883, however. He also said that Goodnight was friends with Quanah Parker, who is the main character of one of Sheridan's upcoming projects. Sheridan is set to adapt Empire of the Summer Moon, a historical book about Chief Quanah Parker, and his time leading the Comanche Nation from 1890 to 1911. There's no chance Sheridan accidentally mentioned the protagonist of his upcoming project by name. While it could have been a simple reference to a piece of history Sheridan is interested in, there could also be more to the cowboy's words. The fact that 1923 has already directly referenced a character Taylor Sheridan played could be a sign that he'll have an acting credit in the show. The cowboy didn't seem particularly mad that Tina and Pete were on Charles Goodnight's land, and depending upon how long they stay, they may even meet the ranch's owner themselves. If Goodnight does appear in 1923, there's a non-zero chance Sheridan will play the character again. He hasn't appeared as any other character in 1923 so far, so he may have planned to join the show's cast in Season 2. There are also a few reasons why Taylor Sheridan may not play Charles Goodnight again in 1923 Season 2, however. Goodnight was born in 1836, meaning he would be an 87-year-old man in 1923. Sheridan is far too young to play an octogenarian, and while his appearance could be altered with makeup or CGI, 1923 could just as easily cast a different actor to play Goodnight. Of course, there's also the more than likely chance that Goodnight won't be in 1923 at all, and that no one will play him. If that proves to be the case, it still won't be Sheridan's last chance to play Charles Goodnight. 1923's mention of Quanah Parker could also have some major implications for Taylor Sheridan's adaptation of Empire of the Summer Moon. When the adaptation was first announced, it seemed that Sheridan was making a completely separate and more fact-based movie that didn't connect to Yellowstone. The sheer scope of Quanah Parker's life and his time as a Comanche chief made it seem like Empire of the Summer Moon would be more like lawman, Bass Reeves than 1923. Now that Quanah Parker has been directly referenced in a Yellowstone spin-off, however, it's entirely possible that Sheridan could connect Parker's real story to the fictional Duttons. In the intricate tapestry of Taylor Sheridan's storytelling universe, the second season of 1923 has subtly woven threads that hint at forthcoming narratives, including Sheridan's upcoming cinematic endeavors and connections to his cameo in 1883. These nuanced elements not only enrich the viewing experience, but also showcase Sheridan's mastery in crafting a cohesive and expansive narrative landscape. The Dutton legacy continues. Season 2 of 1923 resumes the saga of the Dutton family, with Jacob Harrison Ford and Kara Helen Mirren confronting escalating challenges to preserve their Montana ranch. The premiere episode, aptly titled The Killing Season, delves into the financial predicaments posed by the affluent adversary, Donald Whitfield, Timothy Dalton, who edges closer to seizing the Yellowstone ranch. This episode also chronicles Spencer Dutton's, Brandon Sklinner, arduous journey back home from Africa, highlighting his separation from his pregnant partner, Alexandra Julia Schletfer, who is detained by her ex-fiancé's family in Sussex. DCSIDRCOM. Subtle hints towards future narratives. Within this season, discerning viewers may notice subtle hints that foreshadow Taylor Sheridan's forthcoming projects and revisit his previous cameo in 1883. These narrative breadcrumbs not only deepen the current storyline, but also create anticipation for future developments within Sheridan's expansive universe. Tiana Rainwater's Parallel Journey. A concurrent storyline follows Tiana Rainwater, Emina Neves, as she evades U.S. Marshals and Catholic priests after escaping an abusive government-sanctioned Indian school. Her path leads her to newfound love and safety with Pete Plenty Clouds. The depiction of Montana's harsh winter serves as a metaphor for the predators, both human and animal, that the Duttons and their allies face, underscoring the brutal reality of their existence. DCIDRCOM. A tribute to Cole Brings Plenty. The season premiere pays homage to the late actor Cole Brings Plenty, who portrayed Pete Plenty Clouds. The episode opens with a sepia-toned slideshow of Brings Plenty's moments on the show, accompanied by the message, "In Memoriam Cole Brings Plenty." This tribute not only honors the actor's contribution, but also reinforces the show's commitment to its characters and their narratives. Character arcs and transformations. Sebastian Roche, who plays Father Renaud, describes the new season as very satisfactory, highlighting that each character embarks on transformative physical and psychological journeys that will change them forever. He specifically notes his character's complex evolution while searching for a girl, calling it a great adventure. This emphasis on character development aligns with Sheridan's storytelling approach, where personal journeys are intricately linked to broader narratives. POPLECOM. Global Adventures and Expanding Horizons. Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren have shared insights about the second season, revealing that it will feature global adventures. The series promises a blend of vast human experiences and intimate details, with the Dutton family facing enormous challenges, enduring harsh conditions, and dealing with financial difficulties. This expansion of the narrative's scope hints at Sheridan's ambition to intertwine various storylines across different settings, potentially laying the groundwork for future projects. Spencer and Alexandra's evolving storyline. The season premiere unveils a significant development. Spencer Dutton's wife, Alex, is pregnant. This twist adds layers to Spencer's character, who is already racing back from Africa to Montana to help defend his family's ranch. The added responsibility of impending fatherhood introduces new stakes and emotional depth to the narrative, reflecting Sheridan's ability to intertwine personal and familial struggles within the broader storyline. POPLECOM. Anticipation for Sheridan's upcoming movie. While specific details about Taylor Sheridan's upcoming movie remain under wraps, the narrative developments in 1923 Season 2 may offer subtle hints about its themes and characters. Sheridan's penchant for interconnected storytelling suggests that elements introduced in the series could be explored further in his cinematic projects, creating a cohesive narrative universe that spans different mediums. Revisiting Sheridan's 1883 cameo character. Sheridan's cameo in 1883 as Charles Goodnight, a legendary Texas rancher, adds another layer to the interconnected narratives. While 1923 has not explicitly referenced this character, the thematic parallels and historical context suggest that Sheridan's portrayal could influence future storylines, potentially bridging the gap between the different installments of the Dutton family saga.